Okay, so happy Tuesday. It's Nebulous Fleet Command. Again, this game is in early access still. You can tell by the upper left-hand corner. We're at 0.5.2.4, blah, blah, blah. Same as last week, I believe. And so today's plan is to play around with the carrier and destroyer fleet. So what did I do? So basically, I'd been playing around with the carrier and the two frigates. These are pre-built fleets pulling out of the Alliance. At least this one is. So this was the Maple fleet. It's carrier, two frigates. We took that, started modifying stuff, and now we had there's two frigates, and mostly just playing around with the fighter configuration, missiles, that kind of thing. I think we're done with that for now, for the most part. I'm going to try and play around with the carrier. So what I did here is I took out the two frigates, and we added a destroyer in. It's basically blank, but I filled in parts, and we'll see how badly it does in a little bit. D5. The Olmec. Before the Aztecs, 900 BC onwards, carried around huge stone heads. Several of them remain. Oh yeah, the huge stone things. Those are everywhere in South America, it seems like. Anyway, carrier. So we tweaked the carrier a little bit. Mainly what I did was I took off the other bomber, which I think was the longsword or something like that. We have the Claymore instead, and the reason I did this was because the Claymore and the longsword are basically the same configuration. The only difference was their loadouts, and I figured out we don't need to have two different groups there. So we just have the Claymores now. We have a total of 10 bombers on the carrier, and I think it's 16 interceptors. Yeah. Yep. So we have 10 bobs. These are interceptors doing whatever they're supposed to do. And again, we have 16 of those. Yeah, 16. Also, what I did is I put all the bombers in 2 hangars instead of 3. And the reason for this was just to, because we're going to still be using different configurations for the bombers. I guess we should actually show this up. So currently we have the Blackjack 2. The Blackjack 2 is one of my custom missiles. It's basically a torpedo with an electronics jammer on the nose, so that it makes it a little bit harder to be targeted by anti-missile weaponry. That's the general idea. They've been tweaked enough that they are actually perform fairly well right now. But they can also be outfitted with regular bombs or cluster bombs. And then we also have truncheons. These are your standard torpedoes. So like I said, we just basically condensed it down from 2 bombers to 1, because again, it's the same configuration. Bombers, you can either have the size 3 missile bay, which is the big stuff, or the size 2, which is 4 smaller versions of the missiles that you can do. Smaller versions, not so great against capital ships, or at least the larger ones. They might work against frigates and corvettes, maybe. We haven't really tested them against them, but the big ones, these guys are designed for taking out other carriers or cruisers, that kind of thing. So anyway, just 4 configurations. Or actually, it's only 2. We haven't even done the cluster bomb stuff. I guess I should add some of those, huh? So that one, rename. Cluster bombs. A new one, and just do bombs. There. Okay, so now we got 4 configurations. Again, the Blackjack 2, the ECM type stuff, regular torpedoes, cluster bombs, and bombs. Okay, so that's that. And then, let's see, the Bob. The Bob is just 3 configurations right now. So we've got the Balestra high explosive missiles. These are the size 1. So the Interceptor actually has a second bomb configuration too. Instead of 4 small ones, it does 1 size 2, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's a size 2 missile bay. It's only one of them. It makes it a little bit more effective against smaller medium-sized ships, but these guys' main job is to deal with missiles, and other fighter craft. Is the general idea. So anyway, fuel tanks, no illuminator pods or jamming pods. Basically, it's just these high explosive missiles that do. They shoot down basically other fighters and missiles. General idea there. Now we do have a fighter bomber configuration, which we have fuel tanks, jamming pods, so that it makes it harder to be shot as it's making its bombing run, and then it drops some nice little boosted bombs, which do actually decently. And shockingly, they do actually not too bad. So it drops 4 of those. Again, fighter bomber. And then we have a ballistra setup, which is specifically anti-missile. Now, what's the difference? These are missiles there, so the bomb versions. This is the high explosive one, and that's the anti-missile one. Oh, the high explosive one. This is actual. It does an actual. This is actual bomb, or it's a missile made to do damage. It could actually be used against frigates and that kind of thing, and try to hurt them a little bit. The anti-missile. This one is specifically using the blast fragmentation, which is mainly meant to shoot down missiles and other fighters. So this gives it a nice little dual role type deal. We could put the blackjacks in there too. This is the blackjack ones, which are the smaller version of the 2s. These could work too against say frigates and whatever, but it's not what we've been using them for, or at least not lately. So again, Bob. So we have the high explosive, so if we actually want to try to beat up on some frigates, we can put 6 of them into them. Fighter bomber for these can go after against bigger ships, and these bombs actually do some work. And then these guys are just specifically meant to be shooting down missiles and fighters, bombers, and that kind of thing. Okay, so that's our situation there. So that's in that, like I said, so I put the bombers 5 and 5, so we can set up 5 with torpedoes and 5s with the blackjack 2s, or we can just do 5 or 10 each or whatever. So we got choices. I mean, you don't have to do all 5 at once at the same loadout either. Once we get in the game, you'll see what I mean. Or into a match, you'll see what you can actually configure each one individually, or you can just do them as a group. Do them as a group is easier. For the Aztecs 900 BC and onwards, carried around huge stone head. Oh, I saw that. White man can't figure out how the races pull off such feats. Answer: must be aliens. My answer as a white man is motivation. As in, probably religious. Did we invent how to put a nuke into a space missile yet? When you say nuke, there's actually no nuclear option. Create a new missile. So these are is it this one? I think this is the biggest thing. This is your cruise missile types thing. Yeah, this is the cruise missile. We have your cruise engine to get it there. Then the last minute booster, and then this is your explosive, which isn't very big. I mean, based on this, and this is all your other stuff, targeting and that kind of thing. So that's a cruise missile type deal. Is that what we're talking about? Because this is the only. These are our 4 options: impact, kinetic penetrator, fragmentation, and fragmentation EL. This is like a super fragmentation. The penetrator is like it's meant to go deeper into a ship. The only problem with those is sometimes they can fly all the way through without doing any real serious damage. So that's that one. Then the other 3 size, so the pylon. So this one, I don't know how big this one is. This is basically the torpedo build. So there's no real nukes. As this is just the normal engine. This is just an engine, no nukes. So at least there's no super high explosive stuff. So that's an answer to your question. I know it's not the answer you wanted, but it's the answer you're getting. Oh, I gotta change my formation too again here. So the Zany White, we gotta come up with a new name for this ship. New position. Thank you. Okay, so that's our destroyer. That's what position he's going to be in. Save that before I forget. Okay, so we went over the carrier. Again, it's just basically repositioning or reacquisition of fighters and bombers and putting them into more logical places for now. And then this is their destroyer. Unfortunately, there was no real pre-built blueprints for these ships when you start a new one, and there might be one in a different fleet that you can pick up, but so you build it from scratch, which is a problem here. Sorry. Not if ammunition carried for at least one loadout used by the Claymore. Truncheons. At least 20. Oh, sorry. That allows us to do all 10 with 2 torpedoes each. Turn that one down. Same deal. Boosted bomb. Oh, that's right. I didn't put I need to put the actual bombs in here. We need cluster bombs. And then we need bombs. Well, this is going to be a problem if we do this. So now we have to keep it at 3,000 points. Are the deckhands new PC term for servitors? Sure. So the bombs ballistra. So these is because we have 6 per fighter. We have 16 fighters. So 16 times 6 is 96, right? That's why we're at 96. Boosted bomb. Again, that's for them. So actually I have to turn, I could probably turn these down to 10. Unfortunately, this just gives us 1 sortie worth of torpedoes and stuff. We get it down to 10 each. Because it's, 5 and 10. That's... Okay. The bombers usually don't survive, but anyway. So we'll cut this in half. So it's half of 96. That would be... 48. There we go. So we got some points to play around with this way. Look, I did that in my head. You should be proud of me. Okay, so there's the carrier. We'll leave the donut rich. We'll leave you for now. So again, the destroyer. So this was a blank thing. Working with the main. What we're currently running with is we have a Mark 64 cannon. It's a Class 3 cannon up top. A medium weight cannon intended to operate as a middle round between the lighter and heavier Mk6 series, offering excellent firepower to shred light warships while also providing a solid punch on targets above its weight class. With a fairly quick acquisition time, the weapon can reliably train onto heavier targets, but will struggle against smaller, more evasive targets. As such, it is best used for medium to long range, where it is ample reload time and accuracy can be best be used. Fires 250mm chemical ballistic shells. Oh, we're not there yet, Vukrils. Relax. This is the turret that's on top of the ship. It's that thing right there. So again, just to be, this we may or may not be keeping. This is a optional, I think. And as we get through this, you'll maybe understand why. Okay, now we have multiple missile launchers. This one. This is the missile launcher underneath. This isn't as big as I wanted it to be, so I'm thinking of switching this out. Maybe. Right now it's a missile launcher. These are size 2 missiles. Tornado is mainly for shooting down missiles and fighters. Active decoy, it's a decoy. And then the blackjack, these are these are the smaller version blackjacks, which are good for going against smaller ships, or probably should be good against going against frigates and that kind of thing, maybe. And let's see, then we have 2 other launchers, the VLS-1 launchers. These are similar to the 2. The one serves as a compact missile platform that allows a warship to have a wide variety of missile weapons to be used at a moment's notice, but is rated for smaller munitions like riposte interceptors. Unlike its larger cousin, however, it is not designed in a modular fashion. It has a consistent cell count regardless of the size of the available mount. So, these guys, I have 2 of these. They're both on the side. There's that one on the left side of the ship, and this one's on the right side. All these missiles we got decoy, we got anti-missile missiles, we got high explosive missiles to be used against frigates and that kind of thing, and then we have flare decoys. Basically, both of them are outfitted the same way. So, how effective this will be, I have no idea. Actually, they're not the same. Oh, wait a minute, they're not in the same order. That's 5, 5, and 5. But now we have a couple of points to play around with. So again, these are mostly defensive missiles. Although, again, the high explosive ones can be used to be in a more aggressive fashion if we want. They just won't be great at it. And what else? Oh, we have point defense cannons. We've got one up top, the little green box there, and then we have one down below. And then to keep Vukrils happy, we got a little railgun in the front end. That's the only place it fits. And that's what that thing is. So it's a railgun. And then for the other stuff inside the ship. So this is all our basically the mounting for basically weapons. You can put others, there's like radar mounts and that kind of stuff, but you don't have to put that stuff on the outside, I don't think. That's not what I did, so we'll see how it works. Maybe. Anyway, so this came with a regular CIC, so basically this is your bridge. We changed it to reinforced so it's not so squishy. And then we have damage control central. So for damage control, if we experience that, that's going to go fix stuff for us. We've got a reinforced damage control locker. We got a reinforced magazine. This is where our ammunition is. So we got the Sabo, which is the railgun ammunition. We got 100 rounds there. 20,000 rounds of 20mm slugs. That's for the point defense. Then we have 250 millimeter AP shells. That's for the big cannon up top. And then high explosive shells as well. 100 of those each. And then we also have 100 rounds of high explosive RPF shells. What are these good for? I don't know. I forget. High explosive rounds utilized by light cannon weapons such as the MK6 series. Effective on light or medium type warships, this round features a special radio proximity fuse which will detonate the shell if it detects an object in its path, greatly increasing its effectiveness against fast maneuvering and small targets like corvettes and frigates. These rounds can also be used for defensive purposes, such as shooting down incoming missiles. Note that the proximity fuse does not discriminate between targets and can destroy outbound friendly missiles if not used judiciously. So, I don't know if we're going to need 100 rounds of that, but who knows. So anyway, that's all for the cannon up top. There's that. And then we have the gun plotting center. This is supposed to be a workspace with an extensive suite of targeting arrays, computing systems, and calculators. Provides gunnery teams a means to lay in much more accurate firing solutions, increasing overall ballistic weapon accuracy. That's what we're using that for. Then we have our little reactor. That's what came. Then we have the drive. Same difference. Ammunition elevators. We installed one of these. Additional ammunition elevators allow crew members to rapidly deliver shells and rounds to the warship's kinetic weapons, reducing reload time for ballistic weapons. So that's what we want that for. Basically, it's for the cannon and the 2-point defense if they need it. Then we have the Scryer missile ID system. This is our basically radar. Sort of. Is it? No, this is actually not our radar. This is something else. This is a missile defense and support system, which uses a mixture of dedicated sensors placed around this hull, as well as the warship's own integrated radar panels, to determine the capabilities of incoming missiles in order to defend against them. Capabilities of identified missiles will be automatically tagged to the threat's sensor tract. Additionally, the Scryer can directly integrate with the point defense control systems of the host warship to determine what decoys need to be fired in order to counter a given threat, prevent waste of limited resources. So that's what that does. And then we have the frontline radar. This is our main radar. Suite utilizes a short-range radar system useful for targeting and situational awareness in the immediate vicinity of the equipped warship with high accuracy. So this is what the ship came with. I have no idea how to judge this stuff. So I don't know if this is good or not. I mean, it came on its stock, right? So you think it would be fine. 8 points, damage threshold. Max range is 8 kilometers. So that's not too bad. That's plenty of time to get stuff situated. So yeah, I think that's okay. Again, that was stock. And then we have the missile parallel interface. So by using a parallel programming bus instead of a simpler and cheaper serial bus, the weapon control system is able to program targeting information into a given missile much faster. This significantly decreases the amount of time between issuing an order to fire a missile and when it actually leaves the ship. So basically it just cycles our missiles faster. Missile programming speed plus 35% there. And last but not least, we have the mount gyros. Equips a warship's turret weapons with self-correcting gyroscopic rings, improving turret transversal speed and increasing overall accuracy. So, spread is reduced by 7.5%, traverse speed, so spins faster, 25%, elevation rate, up and down, 20%, casemate traverse rate, 15% plus 15%, casemate elevation rate. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing this has something to do with reloading. Maybe. I don't know what the casemate elevation and traverse are. I don't. Again, I have a feeling that has something to do with ammo, but I don't know. Anyway, there's that. And we still have 3 points to play around with for the whole fleet. So, what else can we do? Our choices. We have 2 slots, 2 spaces still to install stuff. In this case, it would be auxiliary steering. We don't need more CIC stuff. Damage control central. Already have one of those. Another damage control locker. A rapid damage control locker. 10 points for one of these things. Damage control lockers provide a warship with teams. We already have a locker. Yeah, we have this one. This is 45 points. It's expensive. Restores provided 1. No resources provided. Sorry, no restores there. Oh, this one's got 2. How expensive are you? 45 points. Our team's move speed, stuff. Do you actually need these? The DCC operates as a hub for damage control teams, allowing coordinated response and pooling of repair equipment increases the effectiveness of damage control teams of the warship. So you don't actually need one of these. They just respond better and repair faster. This actually gets this restore provided. So what this allows, the restore provided is significant because during combat, sometimes you have sections of your ship that get taken out. Basically, they're reduced to 0% effectiveness, right? The restore will actually bring them up to 50 or 30%, whatever it is. Basically, bring them back into operational status. You get one restore with this. This one is no restores. How would you use this one? Unlockers to provide worship teams, blah, blah, blah. This type of locker contains a single team of elite damage control personnel who can quickly move to a damaged component, sets its condition, and execute emergency repairs. They work more quickly than normal DC teams, but they don't have the tools to perform restorations or of destroyed components. So they're just faster getting there. Flying repair teams, 1. Crew required 5. This one's got 2 restores, but it's 45 points up at the top there. This is only 10. This one's 45 points. So teams can restore. Teams can restore. This one seems bigger. Stock contains a certain number of restorations. This compartment is reinforced to make it more likely restorations will remain available after a big hit. Oh, so this is the AK reinforced locker. That's why I picked it over that one. Even though this one gives you 2 more restores, this one's a little bit more durable. 250 hit points as opposed to 200. It's lighter too. Less crew. Got 2 repair teams. Here we have 3. Restoration restores 0.8 hit points per second. This one is 0.8. Firefighting speed is 0.8. I'm guessing we're going to replace this one. Because the only real... Again, this one is just more durable. This one provides more resource or restores. And swap it out. Oh, it did not restore. It did not swap it out. That one. This is the one we want to replace. Gotta remove it first, apparently. Oh shit, what did I just take out of there? What was there? Shit. Crap.
Why do you hate me so much?
I hate me, because I made a change there and wasn't paying attention to what I did. That was the damage control central, so... This is the one we actually want to replace with that one. 2 restores. There we go. Okay, so damage control central. This just increases repair movement speed and repair speed, so repair team speed. Okay, good. About 5 points to play around with because they were the same cost. We're good with damage control. Small workshop is 20 points. Provides up more space for engineers to fabricate temporary parts and shoring to increase damage control team working speed. Repair speed is increased by 30%. The ship might be a little small for that. Plant control center. Power plant efficiency is plus 20%. Centralized control center equipped with a suite of improved monitoring, management, and control systems for a ship's reactor plant, allowing crew to operate remotely from the localized controls for more efficient operation of the power plant. Sounds good. All this stuff we don't need. Intelligence. Storage of magazine. 20 points, 40 points. Oh, wow. Well, we already have our reinforced magazines. We're good there. Gun plotting, we already have that too. So we really don't have any real points to spend on stuff. There's our reactor. Can we make a better reactor? We only have 2 choices. Ooh, a microreactor. How is our power situation? It's not giving us any warnings. Crew vulnerability 45%. Is that good? You don't know. Integrity rating is plus 2.5%. And temper. I don't know what these numbers are supposed to mean. So damage control, I actually have 3 teams. You can live with that. Gun crew 21, gun plotters 30, gunners 15. Top speed is 20 meters per second. Flank speed is 30 meters per second. Flank damage probability 5%. Power 96%. So I'm guessing that's top draw. There's a reactor, split that, the drive, it's all this stuff. Railgun is 2,000. Our radar's 2,000. So that railgun's got some power draw to it. Communications, integrated, transmit power gain stuff. Wonder why. What, the railgun? I have no idea. Why does it require so much power? Oh, and also the gun, the turret. So our cannon. This thing is 30 points. We could replace it with a size 3 missile launcher. It's 20 points. So it gets us some points back that we can use. Well, we have to get points back because we're going to need those points for missiles if we do this route. Question is, do we want to? Or do we want to stick with a cannon? Kind of like the idea of having a cannon. Although I could switch out this 2 launcher for a 3. And the 3 launcher gives us the ability to use bigger missiles, so that give me more, a little bit more, you know, punch. Now ammunition for weapon stuff launcher for mount 2. Again, this is the down below. So that's it right there. That's the new launcher. We can put Blackjack 2s and truncheons in it. Wouldn't be a lot. Oh, it's only 6 missiles total. Could we put them in the reinforced magazine? Cannot. Oh, so the launcher itself, it's only what you see is what you get there. How do I feel about that? Gives us more punch, but do we need more punch when we have a railgun and a turret up top? We could make this another turret as well. Because right now the 2 missile launchers on the side are for defensive purposes. This is offense. This is for offense. What do we think? Torpedoes. I don't know. This cannon doesn't need to be in a group, so big deal there. This also gives us room for, what is it, 7 more 10-point missiles if we can fit them into the carrier, but I think the carrier is okay. So the question is, what can we do with so many points? Auxiliary steering provides an emergency backup for steering the ship when main control is lost, allowing the ship to get safety and effect repairs. For best redundancy, it should be located far from the CIC. Plane control. This is a warp proficient. Power plane efficiency plus 20%. So that would be boosting our output, right? That's 20. Oh, it's 25 points. Oh, that's enough, though. We could fit that in there. Gunpowder center. We have one of those already. Not a lot of choices. Not the best spots for that kind of stuff. Being up in the front, it should be back here somewhere. Doesn't look like we have a lot of space back there, though. Ammunition elevators, missile ID stuff. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Still have 43 points to play around with. Things. So more missiles. Decoys? Chaff decoy? Flare decoys? I don't know how many decoys we're actually going to need. I don't know what a good number is here. I don't know how much, if this is a good amount of ammo or not. When you have a railgun, how much ammo do you really need? I mean, it's 100 rounds. How fast does this thing even shoot? I have no idea. We didn't look. Hit points. Threshold. Accuracy marks. So it's got a pretty long, good range there. Oral offensive, integrated, no. Optical backup, yes. Compatible ammo, single shot. Reload time is 15 seconds. Fire rate is 4 RPM. So 4 shots per minute. Effects when fired. Radar signature is increased for 18 seconds by 1,200%. That means you fire this thing and go, there he is. Under weapons, you can see time for shooting. 15 minutes is rule of thumb for main guns. Under weapons, you can see time for shooting. And Florby, welcome to the stream. Under weapons, you can see time for shooting. Well, this is right here. So the fire rate is 4 per minute. That. Bottom right, ammunition load endurance. Oh. Oh. Okay, so ammunition load endurance. So 20 millimeter thrusts, slugs. So 4 minutes, 10 seconds. So what does that mean? It can shoot for 4 minutes. Oh, and this can, and the railgun can shoot for 24 or 25 minutes. Okay, I can live with that. So how do you actually increase the rate of, or how do you increase the endurance? Is there something that does that? Bigger ammo bays, more ammo, and less rounds per minute. So in this case, but you want to say ideal is 15 minutes, so that the railgun is too slow, or is that too long? And these guys look like they might be in the right spot, roughly. 15 minutes. So 14 minutes looks to be fine. It means you can shoot for 24 minutes. Usually they or you are dead before you'll use all your ammo. Okay, so that means we have too much ammo for the rail beyond that. Okay, 60 rounds. That'll keep us going for just under 15 minutes. And these guys, 14 minutes, 10 seconds should be okay. Now, the 20 meter, these guys are the problem. But they're point defense too, so that's a different thing. These guys don't, this is for the point defense. They don't shoot as often. 10.5 minutes should be good. If we have that many missiles coming in, we're going to be screwed. So, because I don't think 2 of them are going to shoot them all down. But anyway, that should be good. I have 15 points to play around with still. Point cost is discrete, so might as well use the maximum for the point allocation. Right. I have to have 15 points to play around with still.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break. Go check on the dogs. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you.
Put another magazine in, but we don't really need another magazine. Plus we don't have the points for it.
Your next break is in 1 hour.
$25 rounds per point for railguns. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I forget about that part. I get it rounds down. These guys do not. Oh yeah, they do. Oh, we don't have the space for more. There we go. Actually, armor piercer keep you guys at 100 and keep the high explosive at 150. probably do 200. There we go. $250 is 100 rounds per point. Yeah, that's what it looks like. There, fire those all day long at 28 minutes. Okay. So I still have 15 points to play around with. Let's see. Now we can add some more stuff up here. So what's a good number for chaff decoys and flare decoys? I have no idea. Because right now we have a total of 10. Can never have enough. It's one of those answers. Okay, I think we'll have to try this out. So, anyway, I do need to take a break. When we get back, we'll take these things out for a spin and see how horribly they do. Missile defense tends to be either you have enough to defend or die. Yeah, I found that out too. So, yeah. Anyway, like I said, when we get back, we will take this fleet out for a spin and see how it does. I'm sure it'll be great. So, anyway, need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water. Be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. And like I said, when we get back, we'll do a little skirmish. So, be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.